There we go. I do believe we are. I sure do hope so. I will trust it did, and I'll say again, thank you friends for joining me today. And I'll say again, thank you friends for joining me today. Friends, I'm at a friend's place. I'm at a friend's place right now. We're at, I don't know if I want to tell you. I kind of think it might be better if it just becomes naturally revealed eventually. I will trust that I'm not sure. I am not actually sure. I guess no. It does look a little bit glitchy. Maybe it's just glitchy on my side. If it's glitchy on both our sides, then maybe we should exit out and then enter back in again. Let's see if that fixes it. I'm sorry. Thank you, my friends, for bearing with me as we struggle collectively. I'll know any second now. There's friend good, stream unstable. Yeah. No, it seems pretty unstable. I do technically have full bars for the most part. I can try again Mubiel data. It should be fine. Is it stabilizing? It does look like it dropped my bit rate. It looks better. I'm gonna chillax because these things do cause me a disproportionate amount of. I got to meet with friends. I got to have conversations and be present with people. It was fun. I went out and came back and it's better. I don't know if it's perfect, but it might be better. Thank you, Joy V, for letting us know that that solution helped you too. You know, I feel like the reason, maybe I can kind of like defend myself just a little bit, right? The reason I get so skizzy every time the internet isn't stable or whatever, right? Because again, this is a moment for us as friends to come together. And when the stream is not stable and the audio is not clear, it's not an enjoyable experience, right? The content might be, this is my own bias, of course, might be enjoyable. The energy that's available might be desirable. But as soon as the stream doesn't work together, it just kind of discourages, right? It makes it feel like it's gonna be harder to be friends. Still my friend if I have bad internet. There's unironically people in the world who would stop being friends with people who have bad internet. This is not at all related, but it's the thing that I'm thinking about right now. And it does technically relate to friends. When I was in high school, just starting a sentence that way should already give you enough information to know that this is not going to be a good. Dota 2. I really like that game. I don't think it's a good game. It's not a bad game. All right, and I played 2,500 hours. Yeah. So much of my teenage life wasted. But again, it was something that I did with friends. That was my justification, you know? Did you ever play Dota?
Fuck no.
You're lucky. Oh, is that Wartelamoon? Come and sit with me. Now you friends get to use me. We're gonna have to do one of these. We have a Christian. Yeah. There we go. And then one of us can be a little bit further away.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
I went out and came back in, and it's better. Yeah, things haven't been as stable as I wanted to be. And then I was like trying to explain to our friends how much it fucking skizzes my brain, dude. And trying to explain that it skizzes my brain because if you're gonna join a stream and it's not stable, I can't really expect you to stay, bro. I understand.
So I think the weather is a bit cock out here. Additionally,
like I was gonna tell you
absolutely atrocious.
on the road as well today. We've gotten on the farm in the last in town. It never goes to the farm. Yeah. Hey, is Joy Vive saying hi? Hi. Yeah, that means in the last 43 days he smoked less than 2 joints.
Like it's nice occasionally, you know. Put the fan in front of the.
Actually, bro, I know you won't use it every day, but when you. Van is here too. You can read here too if you want to, bro. It might be easier. Joe says, good to see you, sir. You were looking good and healthy.
I am? Jeez, thanks. Effort been paying off.
Oh.
We've been exercising.
We went to the gym today, and it became again clear to me. Every time, bro.
In certain exercises, not.
Maybe I probably would be able to pull more than you, but like your ability to like he's the
we
one
were discussing like how very often I think natural strength and even just healthy fitness wise doesn't always reflect what you see on typical social media of like really weightlifting, gymming, yoga, rock climbing, etc. etc. I'm not a very large man. I think it also does come down a lot to genetics. I'm quite Eastern European and they tend to be lanky individuals.
I don't want to interrupt your flow, sorry bro. I'm gonna just connect to the hotter 4G Plus. Is it better? If it's not better for you yet, try exiting and coming back again. Bruh, I'm surprised that any single person is willing to put up with my South African bullshit, dude. The amount of struggles. They switched my Starlink off again. So
Why?
Because it's been outside of its... Apparently. Sometimes I switch it off for like almost half a week and then I switch it back on again and it's almost like it forgot. It forgot it was in South Africa. Okay, Lurky, love yous. I got ready for work now. I'm a little late. I can't imagine why you would be late, Jovan. Yesy. What have you been doing this morning? Haven't you been preparing? You see, begrudgingly take me in.
He's willing to begrudgingly.
And they begrudge it. Here they are, begrudgings.
Oh.
And it was nice. It was nice. A day there at least. And then I was going somewhere. Exercise? Was I going to the exercise fractal? There was something that needed to be said, bro. In the void again.
That's the worst bite of watermelon I've ever seen. He hadn't been to the gym in 4 years.
Yeah, more than that actually. And then Christian took me to the gym as well. We had some exercise. It was fun. Oh yes, thank you, Melt. The information I wanted to share is the joke we made about projecting why Jovan is late for work. Because we were first adventuring drone footage, so I didn't know what my schedule's gonna be like. And then we adventured through this side, and we were in the car while the yoga was happening, literally. So Jovan, graciously, now as a certified yogini, took on my class. And she led it perfectly.
Probably better than him.
Probably better than me. More likely than not. I found it, and this hurts me a little bit that you say that, bro, because Brother Ryan sometimes does my class for me as well. And then when I follow my own class, when Brother Ryan does it, I'm like, he does it better. Not better necessarily, but like the energy I feel, like when I do my class, it's like my energy of like, like we're gonna do the practice.
I don't think so. I think you have a very calm...
You think so?
No, I think you're pretty calm when you stream. They say it's smoothing out, by the way.
Nice. I am on Gemubalier Sirier de Datas. I'm trusting that there is Telkom Tower. Maybe I can put it a bit higher. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, 4G, 4 bars. We'll see if it wants to.
Yes, man, please. Please slip and break.
I can't afford more. I can't afford more pain right now, dude. Give me pain later.
Pain.
Without love. Stick it in the what?
In the palm tree. You guys must see this palm tree.
You can show it. Give me another piece.
Wow.
Look at that unit.
Wow.
It still has more uniting to go, bro. It is cool how they grow. Like it was one thing for a while, and then it just became leaves. Now it's just leaving all the way up.
Come so close.
You see what I
Kiss
did
me on
there?
the cheek.
I'll hook.
It wasn't
I'll
funny.
hook our legs in like this. Humker, Lurky Lovians, love you again, Joe. Thank you again for covering my class for me today. How the hell can you exercise in those pants? Here's the secret. I can put on other clothing. So I thought
Specifically my clothing.
I thought the exact same thing, Joy V, for what it's worth. Because like I got here in this clothing and then I knew we were gonna go in gym and I looked at myself and I was like, Christian, you need to help me out, bro.
To be fair, it's a climbing gym. Half the people there look like him.
Not actually wrong. Like I saw a guy with a beard and long hair that made me feel like I'm a corporate slug. And I was like, shit, this guy hippies, bro. He knows what he's doing. Wow, bless. This is just a drive-by for me. Love you, Joe. I got lots of stuff to do. Sunshine and strong shoulders lend to the necessity of my participation in projects galore. Have a beautiful day, friends. We love you. We keep telling Joe Poe that he's a poet as well. Always carrying you with me, Melty. The stream is smoothing out, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. An extra tab closes in my brain.
Now you're gonna get a message that's choppy again.
Talking about, I should. No, please. I just registered properly what you were saying. My mind, the first time, literally didn't want to hear. And to give you a mic, go.
I'm close enough.
Yes, you are.
Surely.
But how about more? Have you considered our Lord and Savior more?
Oh, man.
You can put that in your shirt. Just like in here, down, and then.
Is it the wrong way around?
No, it should. Oh my goodness, no.
He almost crashed the car today as well, eh? That would have been
Didn't crash the car, bro.
almost.
It's not crashing the car.
You straight up were reversing as this other Bucky was reversing.
Reversing out of my parking spot, and then there was another person reversing out of their parking spot.
Not even his car. It's his sister's car.
This is true. I did take responsibility there too. That would have been a hard pill to swallow, but
A little bit, might have been 30K plus repairs.
I mean,
Bro, I
wasn't driving so fast.
You know that scratch I had on the side of the car? 4,500 rand.
You fixed it?
Yeah, it's fixed.
You see, I told you. Like,
up
I
now.
remember having a conversation with you being like, I'm still messing with myself about it. And I was like, just do a damage analysis. How much it's gonna cost to fix it? And then you're like, then you can put numbers.
I was kind of hoping it would be about 3,500. Yeah.
4.5 grand is not
Okay, more.
nothing, bro.
No, especially now when you're trying to save for a house in this day and age, and economy, and global fracturing of everything.
Of everything. Of our money being devalued, bro.
How are the survivors on the other side of the planet? Hey, America, make America great again, eh?
Y'all see, bo fucking saucy.
I hope that was not inappropriate.
No, I think people are probably like, that seems to be the case. That seems to be the experience we're in, right? And we had this conversation, like we talked in depth about it today. Like it really is like a TV show, you know, the amount of, let's call it orchestration, of like this whole story.
It's a thought I had a very long time. It's like I can't remember the last time we actually had proper heroes to look up to, or at least they're not very mediatized.
You know
As
what?
far as
You know
I'm
what hurt
concerned.
me? You know, like we had this conversation
Like
recently.
sorry to interrupt you,
Please.
but like my heroes are the likes of Bo Burnham
Ooh,
and
good one.
comedians. Like some of them have already passed away. Billy Connolly,
Billy Collins, that dude
still
was
alive.
so real.
He's still alive. George Carlin.
I'm thinking
passed
about
away.
George Carlin. Yeah.
They can easily be mixed up. Yeah, and George Carlin spoke out a lot about the truth going on in America, and again treated as just a comedian. He was even an author of a book, man. Like he still liqueured most of his philosophies under a thick layer of humor, but what he had to say was quite potent.
You know, as soon as I hear you talk about the liqueuring your philosophies, I think about Alan Watts too, bruh.
Oh,
Like Alan Watts would have been. I mean, like again,
Alan-
like, so I'm seeing it like I would have seen him as a hero if I could just understand the words he said.
Alan-
But if I saw his life, I don't know if I would have this.
Alan was an alcoholic.
Yes.
He also was a rapper for Eastern. A rapper, I mean, like a envelope
skin, yeah,
for Eastern
around.
philosophy. So he brought it to the Western world, and he was the sort of conduit for it, which made him very famous because it was translated as very profound teachings. But he wholeheartedly admitted that most of the things he learned was absolutely just from Taoism, from
Exactly.
Buddhism,
He was just
Hinduism.
reframing it for people to understand.
He's a well-learned man.
I mean, and again, he was basically my entry point into that philosophy. So in that way, you know, I think he helped a lot of people see more in the world.
I think it was also kind of necessary to bring the Tao Te Ching across to us, because the book itself doesn't make a lot of
Unfortunately, no.
cognitive sense.
Like I've tried to read that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's like rough. Like you're like literally a page in, and you're like, what? What?
The water flows. You're like, yeah, it does.
But yes, I guess.
The water flows and the leaves fall upon it. Thank you,
Look at
Lao Tzu.
Thank you. I wonder if this thing is not refreshing properly. Is there something I thought? Oh yeah, the Euros fractal that you brought up, bro. We went through a whole transformation in stream, where at the start of my streaming journey, I really believed Elon Musk had like a net good hope and like idea for the world. I was like, this guy's gonna help us. Like, look at him trying so hard to renewable technology and Starlink and Neuralink us. And now I'm like, it's literally like having a hero stolen from you, because you realize like the whole you either die a hero.
Dude, I had a
that's the
real-
whole you die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
I think his name is Mark Ruffalo, I believe. So I was stunned to find out that he's also a major climate champion. He's done a whole bunch.
Hey Google.
He's the Hulk.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Instantly the face was like,
and I even like posted one of his reels to my story on Instagram where he just fucking cucks Elon Musk out of like, Elon Musk is a two-bit turncoat trader because that guy was a climate champion and he sold himself out for $1 and some fame. And I like what he had to say.
I don't even think it
personally.
was $1 and fame. I think it was control that he sold out for, bro. Like, and it's like he was, again, as you said, like the climate dude, bro. And then, like, he sits behind Trump as he like admits to the world, we're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna pump those fucking wells empty, and we're gonna burn that oil. Like, that's literally what he said, almost verbatim. He was like, we're gonna pump all of it. America is on this black gold, and we're gonna use it.
As long as his heart goes out to you, right? That's
Hard to like hopes and prayers. So you saw the whole Trump coin fractal, right? People that invested in that at the all-time highs are like down 90% at this point or something, dude. We're literally living in like some sort of TV show as reality, you know, like Terrence McKenna. Now that's another hero of mine.
dynasties
and thank
and
goodness he's
dystopias.
Why would I say something? So
He would have offed himself if he saw what was happening
Yes,
to the world.
bro. Like I had a little bit of a chat with Gary. He's also one of he's also one of the YouTubers we have here, joining us every now and then. About Terence McKenna like that, and he was like, he wishes that Terence McKenna could be around to like help us create some clarity, talk about what the hell.
He would have been muzzled, silenced, shamed.
Especially in the last 20 years, I think he would have been especially like quiet. And
He
maybe that's why
he would have been considered a liberal leftist and, you know,
instantly
a radicalist.
Yeah, literally they just like put in this little box and then like don't listen to him because
he's crazy and
he's
does
in that
drugs.
box.
His brain is fried on mushrooms.
He did do a lot of
He did do a
drugs.
lot. He did fry himself a little bit, but
Like for me, the fact
Came
that
back and said a lot of
tried to
profound
fry
things.
them, yeah, like he tried to
he
fry
aimed
them.
at he aimed at frying himself. No.
And he
I
came
love that story of like cleaning the bowl.
Dude. Wait, we have to get that line back.
I'd pity you.
I'd pity you more.
But
But you concern.
Alarm me.
You alarm
You
me.
alarm me.
So Terence McKenna tells this story of him living, like they basically went into the rainforest,
Amazon
the
rainforest.
Amazon rainforest,
The wilderness.
to live there and take as much DMT as they can,
Mushrooms.
and LSD, and
Mushrooms.
like they did all of them.
I think it was purely mushrooms.
I'm pretty sure.
I think they had nothing to eat, and it was
I remember
just mushrooms.
remember him talking about how they literally didn't have any other food, and there were mushrooms
It's
growing.
just mushrooms.
And those mushrooms got eaten as well. And then he was talking about this relationship that he was developing with the universe, where they would have this one little pot that they would cook the mushrooms and all of the other stuff in, and it would get like so
Greasy.
greasy and like the stuff get burned,
charred.
get charred at the bottom, you know, like not being able
It's
to
such
scrape
a
that stuff
mission
off.
to clean it.
And then you would have to take it all the way down to the river, and you would have to take sand, and you would have to scrub and scrub and scrub it for like minutes on hours. And he goes, surely this is not the right way to do it. And then he like comes to this conclusion that he can just
Ask the universe?
Ask the universe, like, please clean this. And what he does is he scoops the sand and he just swirls it. And then he pours it out, and it's clean, perfectly spick and span clean. And he loses his mind. And he goes and he calls one of his friends. And he's like,
Female friend.
You feel one of his female friends. You know how we've been fucking struggling getting this pot clean every single day? Watch this. And he goes, all you have to do is like ask nicely. And he twirls the pot and he pours it out, and all changes.
so dirty.
It's now just full of sand and the crit. And
Can you imagine Terence McKenna's like reaction to this, bro? Like the shame.
Dude, he probably like died inside 70 times over again. And then this woman
This
looks
girl
at him, like, from
stares
above,
at him.
Him like
You know the
down
Pepe,
in
the
water.
Pepe meme of like the spilled, the spilled food, bro. And he's looking up with the tears. She's like, "I pity you. I would pity you more, but you alarm me."
You will alarm. Looking at this guy hunkered down in the ground of this pot, bro, like you fucking alarm. Like you were scaring me a little bit. Oh, what a dude. What a dude.
Magic man.
You know what my favorite philosophy idea that he shared was? Is his idea of the eventual and ultimate future being one where we completely integrate mentally into the technology. And then we live as like hunter-gatherer, people roaming the world while having the infinity behind our closed eyes, if we wanted it. And then all of the servers would like literally be embedded into mountains. So if you had to look for them, you would not be able to see them. All of the antennae would be embedded into trees so that the signal being outputted wouldn't be visible to you. You would just see trees.
I think
around
that's
you.
great, but at some point those mountains are gonna melt and corrode.
I mean,
Even if you coat yourself in diamonds and shoot yourself into space, something will eventually destroy you.
possibly.
Nanites.
We have to program ourselves into self-replicating nanites.
Self-replicating nanites.
Then we just consume the universe.
Transcendence. If you guys haven't seen it,
Yeah,
Johnny
Transcendence is that fractal. It's actually kind of good.
Depp, it's really good.
Good
I-
for the idea
I love
being
that movie.
shown. Yeah,
It's a
like,
whack-ass movie, but
pretty wild. I don't think it's a good movie necessarily, but it is
I
a
had
good.
time with it.
It's a good.
Oh, back on the topic of what Terence McKenna, one of my favorite things that he said was, you should always approach reality with a handout and a healthy amount of skepticism.
Yeah.
Being like unsure of what you're seeing,
Is this real? Just try to touch it.
what you're actually going through is reality. And then the other thing he said, that if you really pay attention to the universe and you really stare out into...
Oh my shit! Oh my fuck! They just fucked my car up. Yo. Oh yes, that's not my car. It's the thing. It's my sister's. Oh. It's okay, bro. I know we don't do this.
I'm sure you guys can hear him on
It's
screen right now.
okay,
He's still
man.
got his mic on him. I don't know if it can reach
Jeez.
all the way there, but a neighbor just whacked his car. His sister's car, to be precise.
do,
And we
bro.
were even chatting about how it was almost
Maybe
hit.
I can quickly go get my phone.
Universe works
that's-
in mysterious
Like it's your
ways.
pattern, right? You're used to doing things. No, bro. Like I get it. I get it. I don't want you to feel bad, bro. That's the thing.
You know, you might want to cut the.
No,
it
it's
short.
fine. It's fine.
What is
I'm
it?
just
Is it
gonna.
bad?
It's not as bad as it could have been. It's just like a little bit of a bumper crack.
Your sister's gonna kill you.
Of course, it's not my fault. At least. At least.
I'm gonna. I mean, I can hold him accountable if you. Don't. I mean, I can hold him accountable if you. Don't.
He's your neighbor.
I will legit jump over the wall and kill his dogs.
Like he was like, he's already late for his daughter's Valentine's thing. So I don't know if
Yeah.
he's being like her Valentine's date or something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was. Remember what we said about joking about hitting the car, bro? The universe is so funny, bro. Cosmic giggle and all that. That's
But like, you know what the best part was? I saw that car coming out, and I was like, surely it's gonna stop. And then I just hear, oh no! And I'm like, what the fuck? Artist Christian. Okay, so there's some lore here, you know?
Okay.
The person who fixed that sister.
Can't everything go well?
Can it just not
Did you
happen to
save
my
the number?
sister's car? I did. Bertus. Bertus.
And he's probably also cucking himself.
He
now,
looks like he's a
saying-
stand-up guy, being no cars in that driveway, so he just...
There was a car. there.
And like again, if it was my car, I would probably be even more okay with it. But like my sister, it's fine, bro. Like, do you see that? You want to see what it looks like? You want to see what it looks like?
I actually want to see what it looks like.
It's like on that verge between. I literally live in a different world than most people. I realize that, Christian. I'm willing to admit that.
Finally.
I'm willing to admit this. You know what the best part is, Christian? It's not like I haven't had experience with crime, dude. Especially these days. It's like
You've been robbed so
I've
many
been
times,
so fucking robbed. And still, I'm like,
It's part of the South African culture, bro. You can't live here and not
you're
get
not a
robbed.
South African if you haven't been robbed.
You should get robbed at least a couple of times.
Yeah, so the way I process stuff like this, and this is one of my favorite things that I kind of like fall back on, is the all or nothing kind of fractal, where if I was the only person on Earth, singular, technically everything's mine. All the cars, all the houses, all of the empty malls, everything's mine. Do I want that more than I want what we have right now, which is everyone and everything is not mine? Because numero uno singular, then there's nobody who drives into the car, right? So by that reasoning, I want the reality where people can drive into my car.
On the bright side, it's not your car that just got Yasi Bobasi, so...
But for me, again, Christian, if it
I
was
wish
my
it was
car,
my
that
car.
was Yasigo Vasil, I'd be like, this is fine. I don't, because again, I wouldn't even care about the scratch. I wouldn't fix it. I'd be like, look at this, new piece of history acquired. That one time at Christian's place when guy hit my car. But that's my sister. Relationship with that experience. And it's more like a relationship of shame and lack of
Bro,
trust.
do you know how I felt when I hit the car? It's not my car.
So Christian sold Zhuchka, you know, the little Taz he
Yeah,
had
my sweet Taz.
when he went
My
to
sweet,
Ireland
sweet
to
Taz.
go and like look for work there. And coming back, he didn't have Zhuchka anymore. So Dad let him use the car that they
Yeah,
had.
I am a useless 2-bit
This
individual,
is not true.
adult that just couldn't look after himself. So
I
Daddy
was
has
just
to come around and
I was just too powerful in my manifesting for
yo,
him to fail. on
yo,
that
you
side.
and Johan, bro. Johan
Yeah.
admitted to me he was manifesting. Bro. He's
Rubbing
like,
our
please,
dirty little hands together.
please let him fail in Ireland. Let him nobody hire him.
For me, I wasn't manifesting like that. I was manifesting you coming back eventually. I was imagining
Yeah,
you
just
getting
not so soon.
you getting an Ireland job that pays well, and then you're a computer scientist, so you can work on a computer, and a computer can be anywhere. And then you're gonna come back earning euros. Like that's kind of what I was manifesting.
The other thing is like jobs like that, dude, that do pay that much. They monitor the shit out of you.
Yeah,
bro.
they
You don't
literally,
have
bro.
freedom.
Some
They
people
monitor your screen activity,
not
your
only that,
mouse
they
activity.
fucking turn your webcam on these days, bro.
Turn your webcam on. They track your timesheets.
They look at
all
the
of that
amount of
stuff.
time you look with your eyes
I
directly at the
never,
screen.
I never wanted to be a robot in my life. That's not something I aspired to be like. So in some ways, it was a blessing that it didn't work out.
You
I have a lot more
got
freedom.
saved. Bro, like I've applied for like 8 jobs since starting this whole stuff. Not a single person has even given me an interview. And every single time that happens, I come to the conclusion that clearly
Bruh.
that wasn't the work I was supposed to do.
The unemployment is ridiculous right now, globally.
Globally.
The amount of applications that are getting sent out by newly graduating individuals, even just as fresh as from last year.
Have you seen some of the Reddit posts of people showing you their trees of
Yeah.
applications?
Yeah.
They're like applying like to 4,500 jobs, getting like 13 interviews and then like 3 offers. The crab hands. I like the shirt. Thank you, Jean. I was not sure we were still live with the amount of silence.
It used to have googly eyes, but
They
they
fell off.
fell off. Yeah,
How long have you had the shirt for?
it was a gift. I think 3-4 years ago
When you were...
in Bulgaria. It's a gift from family. No, it was even before that. Shit, I've had it a long time. Long time. I like ocean-related shirts. I have another one that says Crab Shack. That was from my sister.
Isn't the crab shack a place where you eat the ocean?
Something like that, probably. I have another one with a little blue whale on it.
I like that one, yeah. 2, isn't it? Like a calf, a mother and a
No.
calf. Not just, is it 1?
I think it's just one. Could be wrong. I have another one that says C'est la vie.
See, lovey. We did talk a little bit about cruise ships as well. Yeah, we found out that
So
it
much
is
pollution from those things.
so
Oh,
bad for the planet.
So bad.
Like they have like infinity food on tap as well on that things, bro. And that can only be done if you're throwing like 50% of it away, if not more.
There's a reason it's so expensive to be on those cruise liners, bro. 'cause
Yeah, you're like they're overcharging you so that all of the
And
excess.
it's not even that nice, to be honest.
I mean, I don't think you do it because it's
You
that
go,
nice.
you spend that money to go there,
Yeah.
and then you spend more money while you're there, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the whole
absolutely. And,
point
like,
of you paying that
casinos-
big thing is like.
No, that's
not
just for
to
your room and like being on there, bro.
But you do get like access to the foods and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you can
Yeah.
have like buffets and things, maybe even all inclusive with drinks and stuff. But there's a casino on there. There's like
I don't
spas.
gamble.
I mean, hell, I'd just do it for the novelty of being there.
What kind of games would you play? If I was
Shuffleboard.
shuffleboard is?
I think it's.
Do you push a thing on a
I
stick?
don't know how to describe it. Yeah, I think it's to push it and then like
It needs
slides.
to, yeah.
I think that's shuffleboard.
I mean, that I guess is nice and involved. But like, how much money are you betting?
I don't know. Oh, you mean like what casino games would they play there? The classic ones.
No, what I more mean is that if I had to play a casino game, it would probably be blackjack
Oh.
or poker.
Nah, roulette, bro.
Put
Roulette. Bet
it all on
everything
black. You're wearing red though.
My heart is black.
My heart is black. I like the shirt. We like you. It was nice having you friends here. I think we're gonna finish this vertical one, and then we'll do a horizontal one just for like a hot second. We don't really have to, but I like it because it's consistency. I've been consistently showing up, and I did technically. Do I need to consistent twice?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can. If it's what your heart desires.
It's more. That's what my heart obsesses about. I don't know if that's the
Oh,
same.
get
They're
off me.
an ant. Those ones,
They're large, bro.
especially at my, like next to my freaking cannabis plant of all places, there's a nest of these, and they hate me. They hate me so much. If I go and I try and look at my cannabis plant, they start fucking waging war on my feet.
They have probably been loving the rain, bro. For tunneling and shit.
Maybe. They do kind of get een beetje gedroond sometimes.
They drown, but they come back stronger, dude.
Javan said, I've done cruises during ignorance is bliss, and then in hindsight, it's negligence thing. You can definitely spend a shit fuck ton of money on one of those things. That's what you said. Unless you're me. Yeah. I'm happy to hear this, Joe, because I wanted to say to Christian, unless you're me too, right? Because if I pay $5,500 US for, going on a cruise ship plus the flight tickets it would cost me to get to Miami, not a fucking chance am I spending an extra $1. I'm gonna eat buffet. I'm gonna go slide because that Icon of the Seas one has fucking slides on a ship.
I don't know why you would. The ocean is there.
That's right.
Put slides on ships. Like,
it's human hubris, bro. Maximum human
it
hubris.
is really. Cruise ships are definitely one of humanity's maximum human hubrises.
Alcohol is expensive. Contraband isn't, unless you get caught. She was talking about marijuana. It's true.
Crack.
You're probably not allowed. Crack is also cheap, I guess. I don't know if crack is cheap, but methamphetamine I've heard is cheap.
Really?
Yeah, I was also surprised. You would think the most addictive substance would be expensive and hard to acquire.
Meth.
It costs something like 60 rand a gram, I've heard. I don't know where you would go about buying, freaking methamphetamine. But we had like a whole lab. I don't know if you heard
Heisenberg.
that. There was a freaking meth lab in Groblersdal.
What?
Yeah. Hey Google, show us the Groblersdal meth lab. Oh, this is a fucking video. I mean, those are the Limpopo Hawks. That's them confiscating the meth. But I want to see fotographers.
Oh,
you should see how Bojangles this shit is. Oh,
Please keep the meth out of SA.
bruh.
We already have Nyaupe, we don't need meth.
Check this, bro. Roblersdal drug lab. What are the odds?
Is that a Mexican?
Yeah,
No
that's
way.
Mexicans, yeah.
What?
Mexicans in South Africa that run the lab.
Mexicans in SA running a meth lab, bro. Yo.
Yeah.
That is so hardcore.
Mexicans arrested in South African meth lab raid on Groblersdal farm. This is something like 15 kilometers away from us or something. I want
Were
you
you
to
helping them, bro? Is your photo on you?
That guy knows what his product does to a person, I'm pretty sure. There it is.
Those, I'm not gonna lie, those are like your stereotypical meth-looking people.
So bad. That's what it
Holy
looks like.
What? Wow.
Imagine putting something in your body that comes out of
out of that. That looks like an orc workshop.
Dude. Those are fucking vice grips that are keeping the pipes together.
I'm gonna show them, bro.
I don't know if this is like sensitive content, but yeah, you see those things sticking out all of the places? They're vice grips, like they're a hand grip vice grips, like keeping the pipes together so that those things don't explode open. Yeah.
Show us.
Look at that.
Yo! Meth.
So much methamphetamine. I think they see something like 2 billion South African rands worth.
Oh my god.
2 billion.
What do you do with 2 billion rands worth of meth that you have now
You sell it.
confiscated?
Oh, you
No,
confiscated?
you've confiscated.
They probably
bro.
put it in some sort of storage somewhere. I wonder.
Why?
Let's ask
The police.
ChatGPT. What does the South African police do when they confiscate illicit substances? We're talking about this case in Groblersdal that they busted a meth lab and they confiscated 2 billion South African rands worth of substances. And we're wondering, what do they do with it afterwards? You know what my hot take is? I think they sell it.
Same.
I honestly...
100%.
I'm honestly
Sell it to
sure.
the gangs.
Bro, Kiefer, show us. You got to see the thing, yeah. Bro. They spent more money on vice grips.
For judicial
Then
process,
they would have
destruction
on
of
flanges.
substances. So yeah, I would also assume they would destroy it.
Forensic analysis and then destruction.
Destroyed 800 million after completing all illegal processes.
Where's the other 1.2 billion? Is it the same case?
No, I don't think so. I think they're speaking.
Substances
Following
follow
a
protocol.
court order, the drugs are destroyed. For instance, in October 2023, SRAPS destroyed drugs worth 800 million.
After completing all the legal processes. Imagine the fact
They burn it.
that there is like a legal process that you have to go through before you're allowed to destroy drugs as a police officer. That feels in and of itself absurd as well. Kiefer said, I'm dead. Looking at that stuff. Yeah, I get you, bro. That is some absurdity.
I mean, I don't know what we expect out of meth labs and how they're supposed to look. But
Bruh, we got glamorized by freaking Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Did you see how
I
shiny
think
that
so.
lab was down there?
yeah,
I would love a
Pro
lab
lab.
like that, bro.
destroyed wing.
Destroyed. Yeah, you just see all of these police officers actively destroying this meth. We're destroying
With some of our
it.
police officers, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it is a very addictive substance. Highly recommend you stay the fuck away from it. Destroyed, yes, of course. They spend more on vice grips than they would have on flanges. You cannot buy more flanges to solve your problem. You can buy more vice grips. Yes, see, dude. I'm just imagining, like, what do you think, bro, when you're in the hardware store and this Mexican is buying the fucking
All the clamps, all the vices.
115th vice grip, bro? Like, what are you? Like, people usually buy one vice grip and then we don't see them again
I
buying a
wouldn't-
vice grip.
I wouldn't be asking questions for shady-looking Mexicans. Those guys look shady AF, bro.
They did
Look
not
like they
look-
smoked their product.
They did not look healthy, unfortunately. But again, bro, like, what? Why Roblersdal?
Because it's remote. Nobody goes
Yeah,
there,
it's
bro.
true. It is in the middle of nowhere. Like, it really is in the middle of nowhere.
I'm kind of actually shocked that they did catch him in the first place.
I wonder how they did end up catching them. There was like some sort of tip-off, I think. Do you know how they actually caught those people in Groblersdal? You spelled it correctly, except for the first letter needs to be a G in the voice note that I sent you the first time. Yeah, Groblersdal.
Kroblersdal.
Kroblersdal. So it doesn't know what I'm talking about. There we go. There it is. So in South African authorities dismantled the large-scale methamphetamine laboratory on a farm in Groblersdal, Limpopo province. The operation, led by the Hawks Serious Organized Crime Investigation Team and Limpopo Tactical Response Team, was initiated based on intelligence about suspicious activities at the farm. During the raid,
straight up.
somebody tipped off that they were like
There's some sussy shit going down
initiated
here.
based on intelligence. Maybe. I think intelligence still counts as a tip-off. Technically, it's like intellect or knowing something. During the raid, law enforcement discovered substance quantities of chemicals used in drug manufacturing, including acetone and crystal meth, with an estimated street value of 2 billion rand. The operation resulted in the arrest of 5 individuals, 2 South Africans
And
and
3
3
Mexicanos.
Mexicans. Yeah, so there's South Africans involved as well. I think actually the South Africans that were involved were the guy that owns the farm, bro. It was like some white bully that like was like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, you can cook meth.
You can cook meth.
You can cook meth on my farm. Just give me a cut, fine. The involvement of Mexican citizens suggests
I feel like
potentially
your dad would
international
be down
connections.
for that kind of shit, dude.
Bruh, I mean, if you had to show him the numbers, bro, I
2
think
billion.
very few people aren't going to, sign up.
2 billion.
2 billion?
Give me 10%.
2 billion, dude. 2 billion rands, Christian, would fucking like ruin our lives. I don't even think it would save our lives, bro. It would ruin our lives. Like if we suddenly walked on to 2 billion rand, what would we would try and spend it, and then we've bought everything we want, and we still have like 900 million rand left.
Probably
And,
more.
and then what? Yeah.
Give it
probably
away.
more. I mean, that probably
Save
would
the
be.
seas.
You know what I would do actually? I would build these self-contained, solar-powered plus. You know what the worst part is, Christian?
I'm listening.
Starlink is a net good for the world. But because of the connections it has, I don't even want to use it at this point, right? And the fact that they switched my freaking Starlink off makes me extra not want to use it. But in this ideal world,
I think you got scammed, bro.
In
The
this
fact that it has to go back to Malawi.
dude, like that is because of the company that sold it to me, registering it in freaking Malawi.
You got
bro.
scammed.
I did get a little bit scammed. Anyway, so I imagine this fractal of like having these boxes with batteries, with an internet connection and solar panels on top of them. And then you literally drive those boxes out into the middle of Africa and you just plop them down. Sure, people are gonna steal shit. Let them. I don't fucking care. I have 900 million extra rand from the billion. Because it's 2 billion, bro. Each of us get a billion. So 900 million rand left. I can keep putting boxes of internet and battery. And then people can come there. They can have internet, of course. And they can charge their devices on the solar and batteries. And it's like these little nodes of suddenly interconnectivity. That would be, in my mind, how I would like just like sink money. Because I can just keep making those. And eventually, it'll hit a point of saturation where they'll be like, bro, we've stolen like pretty much every single one of them since they've been driving in, but they keep driving in.
I'd make more boats for plastic waste collection on the ocean.
That's actually like a lot is happening on that front, bro. Not only that, but we
Not
now have like AI that allows us to gene edit like enzymes, and they're using that AI to gene edit enzymes
to
to
decompose
eat
the
plastics.
plastic. Yeah. I know, but more.
It's happening at least. Slowly but surely. There are people who care, Christian. Grollersdal, because it can explode and not burn down houses. Safety first.
We'll burn down Estien's house.
I don't think my house can burn down. It's like mostly bricks. The roof can probably burn down, but I don't know if the house will be defeated that easily.
So brick.
Yeah, like there's not a lot to burn. Like again, the roof, like those little woody pieces, but they're gonna burn and they're gonna be gone. And then you can build a
Easy
new
to
roof.
rebuild.
Yeah, dude, this is not me taking a dig. This is just me observing. Like I watched some of the footage of the LA wildfires. And when you drive through those neighborhoods, you see these nothings and then these chimneys standing. Because everything is made of wood and the chimneys are made of bricks.
So one thing that's meant to contain the fire, that's standing.
And my mind is I wonder if this is gonna...
Oh, the irony.
If this is gonna change things.
That shit was so hardcore, man. At least they evacuated quite well.
Yeah. Like, in the scale of
It would
fires.
be interesting to get inside job.
Bro, you hear some of the takes of the
think that
freaking
was
lasers?
instigated, yeah?
Yeah.
The lasers.
It could be. Like, I wouldn't put it past the
Did they
ultra
plan
wealthy.
this?
Because, I don't know if you know, but there was actually a proposed, what do you call it? Like, redevelopment of that area into a smart city.
Uh-huh.
And now, that
They can.
proposition has been pushed
Didn't they
forward.
do some shit like that in Hawaii as well?
Oh, yeah. The whole blue things don't explode, you know, like, and for me again, I think the fact that I got to see the actual, like a piece of evidence, if you will, where someone shines lasers at different colors and then they fucking light on fire and then it hits blue and it just like stops. Why is this? What's happening?
I don't know. So many conspiracy theories this day and age.
How you feel about it? I think, hear this conspiracy. There are no aliens. At least not in the way that they're making them out to be. Because the way they're making them out to be is that they are things in spaceships when they're not. The reason, and hear me out, this is the hot take. The reason they want us to believe there are things in spaceships is so that we don't ask questions when they put more money into military. Because, hey bro, there's fucking things out there. We need to go military harder. Otherwise, the
cannot
things.
even fucking care unless it helps me pay rent, honestly.
Bro, you should care because how more the military makes you less rent. Did you know that now the military is the 4th biggest expenditure in America? You know what the second biggest is?
First.
You know what the second biggest is?
Porn?
No, it's not. They're debt payments.
Oh, they're paying off debt.
Like it costs them more per year to pay off debt than they're spending on their entire military. You know how much they spent on their entire military in the year 2024? 900 billion US dollars. Yeah. How about that?
Just 2024.
Hey, let me actually talk about the language model. What hair? What hair? Can you tell us a little bit about the American expenditure structure? I just mentioned to a friend that apparently the military is the 4th biggest expenditure and debt is the 2nd biggest expenditure in America right now. Can you please give us the data and exactly the numbers of how much is being spent annually? What hair? Look at this hair. Christian is the one with long hair now.
I stayed true.
I accepted defeat. In the US federal budget, expenditures are categorized in 3 main areas: mandatory spending, discretionary spending, and interest on debt. Social Security's approximately 22% of the budget, that's number 1, totaling around 1.35 trillion annually. Oh, the national defense. They're slipping these things together, but still. National defense and veteran support is 18% of the budget, which is 1.13 trillion a year. So it's up from that 900 billion I just told you.
It's not a lot less than Social Security.
And then Medicare transfers to states. Oh, just for like money. Holy shit. Also around 18% of the budgets, accounting for approximately 1.09 and 50 billion per year. So the debt, it constitutes a smaller portion of the budget compared to the categories, but it's not 2023 anymore, my dude. It's the year 2025, and they're printing more money. So I think this data might not be completely accurate as well. But yeah, it's in the trillions of dollars that they're spending on the military right now, just alone. I think it's good that they're spending trillions on Social Security, right? It's wild to me that they are, in a way. It's kind of...
Is that what the books say, or is it fact?
The problem is as well, like, you know, there's a lot of room for
forging data.
That's what the whole, you know, era of
the officials say this is what's happening, but are the officials lying, or are they telling the truth? I feel like that's one of the reasons they shut off Inside Job. The show.
Too much truth.
Too much being said on there.
I think the problem, if we're gonna make it the problem, was that they were sharing the truth, if it was a truth in a way, where they were taking a dig at it, right? Like, this is already the way it is, and now we're going to, like, make fun of it. All right? And it's almost like...
It was a comedy
show. The
show,
people of power was like, yeah, it's fine if they know we exist, but it's not fun if they make fun of us. What if they're just entities existing in other planes that we just can't yet perceive? So that's what I believe aliens actually are. I'm happy that you said that, Joe. I don't believe aliens are these things in spaceships. I think they're these things in space alongside us, right? The same space you occupy can be occupied an infinite amount of times.
My argument for aliens is that, of course they exist, we're essentially aliens. So if we exist, aliens exist.
There is no separation. Bro, like some of the experiences we've had, what is that chaser our cat though? What is that? It's not an alien.
My brain.
Is it your brain?
My brain conjuring images that make sense to me.
But like the whole fractal that, you know, Johan's brain conjured an image of like a woman touching his face. And me and you were sitting there watching this freaking meteorite burn up in our atmosphere.
Our dear friend is in love.
He is in love.
He's so in love.
He's so in love, he doesn't talk to us.
He's so in love we don't exist anymore.
We have...
Oh, cries in friendship.
We have become... Weirdly enough, I don't know if you saw the title. Talked about friends.
And our lives.
And our lives. So that title needs some extra information. When it comes to our lives, and I shared this recently, and I want to almost like make that the point of today's stream again, is that our lives spread into the future. And if we have friends, their lives spread into the future. And if we remain friends, we are going to be in that future together. And if Christian is not taking care of himself, or he's hurting himself even... Doing meth and stuff. And then we eventually converge in the future again, and I'm seeing my friend ruining his health, that's gonna affect me too. right? That's gonna be a part of my pain,
The
part of
collective.
my suffering as well now, right? And
Well,
in that
no,
way,
boss.
in that way, I appreciate you being one of us. Jovan says, "Oh, glad it's going well for Johan." Yeah, it's
So are we.
like I hear the words "it's going well," and I don't know in how many ways that applies, right? Because what going well is to me,
He's experiencing the wonders of love.
yeah. Infatuation, I think, is maybe a better word.
Slight obsession. Slight besottedness.
Besottedness, that's a good one. Absolutely besotted.
He's besotted.
But it's good to be sometimes
It's good to be
absolutely besottens, you know, because after you besot,
After you've done besotting.
you beset down and you think about it. And then you maybe come to new conclusions that you might not have otherwise. And that can be good.
Maybe abandoning your friends.
Friends don't let friends do math. Yes, Chauvin of the wisdom. I'm pretty sure that's like internet, like pretty jokes, but
Just end it with alone.
I'm pretty sure that's also another internet.
Friends don't let friends do meth alone.
Jesse Pinkman and his homies, bro, rocking up.
He did heroin actually, rather than meth.
I
Oh no, he
mean-
also did use.
Dat is al met gedaan. Oh.
Jesse.
Jesse. Dude,
guy
that
was on
dude
drugs.
got traumatized as well, bro. Yo. He can't keep getting away with it. Yes, bro, he got broken, dude. Breaking Bad. Okay, it is time for us to say goodbye. I appreciate you, friends.
Adios.
It was nice having you here.
Muchachos.
Love is true.
And chicas.
I'll see you friends again soon.
Muchachas.
I'll make you some arts. Cheers.